Educational athletics, including games like this one, teach lifetime values such as respect for your opponents, coaches, officials, and classmates. There are few better places than athletic competition to demonstrate respect for others. By your demonstration of respect for those participating and watching today, you underscore that the most important part of high school competition is the people involved and not the game itself. Today's officials: referee Stan Turpin, umpire Jeff Remley, linesman Ken Goss, line judge Ryan Gwiberson, back judge Darren Alexander. Coronado has won the toss. At this time, please rise, face the flag, and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
And good afternoon and welcome. And good afternoon and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Gary Berry Stadium on this windy mid-November day. Today we have the Widefield Gladiators coming in to take on the Coronado Cougars in this Week 6 matchup of our constantly adjusted COVID-19 2020 season. I am Barry Reed. Thank you so much for the tune-in. If you're tuning in from the Widefield area, thank you for tuning in here on the Cougar YouTube channel. Cougars 2-3 on the year, while the Gladiators come in at 0-3 on the year. Both teams have had games postponed or canceled due to the COVID issues and restrictions, but we are underway here, and this ball kicks out of bounds on the kickoff. And it looks like the Widefield Gladiators will choose to take it at the 30-yard line. The way the wind is blowing today, folks, and you saw Old Glory during the national anthem, if we see 10 passes attempted today, yours truly would be probably the most surprised person on the field, or off the field, as it were.
Come on, O-line, let's go!
So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Gladiators. 4-man front for the Cougars, and the give off the right-hand side. Walker Matthews, the sophomore quarterback, hands it off Gain of 1 on the carry.
Man, as an old DC, I'll be licking my chops. Easiest thing in the world.
2nd and 9. Now spread the formation. 2 left, 2 right. Wing on the right. Quarterback keeper straight up the middle and right into the teeth of that defensive line for the Coronado Cougars. Gain of 1, gonna bring up 3rd and 8 for Widefield. So spread the field, try to open up the middle of the field was the plan for the Gladiators. And good job by Guerrero, Borders, and Suchi and Yanni across that defensive front for the Cougars. Snap comes in and smothered in the backfield. Gonna be a loss on the play. All the way back inside the 35 to the 33, and that will bring up a 4th and 12 for Widefield. So on 4th and 12, the punt team comes on for the Gladiators. Ross Woods, the junior, stands back at his 35-yard line awaiting this kick. Kicking into this breeze. And it is a line drive off of one of the Gladiators. And this will ricochet out of bounds. Let's see where they spot it. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 45 of the Glads. Rempel, the quarterback for Coronado, he's going to hand it to Mason Michi, trying this right side.
Number 31, Mason Michi with the ball.
To just a couple-yard gain.
2nd down.
In on the tackle for Widefield, that is Devin Chiarte, the junior. Gain of 3 on the play for Michi. 2nd and 7 for the Cougars. Nick Sells, the fullback, with the carry. He'll be ahead for 2 more down to the 40-yard line. Bring up a 3rd and 5.
Nick Sells with the carry.
5 offensive plays and 5 runs.
3rd and 5.
If you like running football, I think this is going to be our style of game tonight, unless the wind really dies down. Give it to Michi, cross back to the right. 1st down and more as Michi lunges. He'll be spotted down at the 31.
Mason Michi with the carry results in a 1st down.
Cougars' first down as they move the chains. Give it to Michi again. Following Sells. And he'll be stopped after a gain
Michi
of
on the
1.
carry. 2nd and 9.
Cragen Burrows, the senior, on the tackle for the Gladiators. Cougars cheerleaders on the right side of your screen down in the south end zone. 2 receivers to the left, I formation with Sells and Michi. Give it to Michi off the right-hand side. And he will follow his blockers down
Michi with
to
the
the
ball.
26-yard line.
3rd
Gain
down.
of 4. Bring up 3rd and 5 for the Cougars. Got a quick moment to talk with Monty Gutowski, the head coach for Coronado today. And I said, Michi, go for 206 touchdowns today. And he said, the goal is 150 and 2 touchdowns. Rempel with the keeper. Now he's going to turn and throw it down late behind.
Pass is
and
incomplete.
Prime for possible interception. Joshua Deal, the junior defensive back, had a better position As that ball, I don't know if the wind affected it or if it was just thrown behind.
Come on, D, let's hold them.
So there is pass number 1 of the day.
I hear big stop, D, let's go. Come on, defense.
Pitch it to the left side for Michi, trying to find the corner. And he tiptoes the corner inside or at the 20-yard
on
line.
the toss results
That should be
in
enough
a
for
first
a first down for Coronado. Move the chains again. And this drive continues. This Widefield team, a very young team under head coach Shane Zimmerman in his second year. Looking for their first win for Coach Zimmerman. Give it to Michi around the left-hand side, and he is going to be stuffed in there.
Michi, the ball carrier.
Walter Matthews in on the tackle with Devin Chiarte. Going to be gain of
Second
1
down.
for Michi. Second and 9. Straight up the middle to Nick Sells. And Sells is going to bowl his way inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line.
Number 27, Nick Sells with the ball.
Gain of 6 on the
It's a
play
gain of
will
7,
result
third
in a
down.
3rd and 2. Give it to Michi on the counter step. Michi following that right side of the offensive line.
Michi on the carry.
It'll be
The
for a
result,
first down to the
it's a first
7-yard
down,
line.
Coronado.
So the 3rd first down on this methodical offensive possession. Carlito Cardenas, Noah Garcia, and Eli Border, the tackle, guard, and center, pushing the pile on that right side. Now bring in tight ends, pitch it to Michi. Michi looking for the seam to cut. He'll be down to the 6. Be a gain of 1 and second and
Number
goal
31,
from
Mason
there.
Michi with the ball. Second and goal.
Two receivers spread to the left side, I formation. Rempel rolling out into the flat. This ball intended for Nick Sells. And it will be high and incomplete at the goal line. 3rd and goal from the 6. The wind is at the back of Coronado, but with the way the flag is whipping, I don't know if you'd want to try a field goal if you don't get it into the end zone here. You might have the faith that Daniel Carlson of the Raiders and formerly of TCA suffered last week in Cleveland. Michi to the goal line and across. That point becomes moot as Michi carries it 6 yards for the touchdown. And the Cougars score on possession number 1, 5:24 to go, and Michi from 6 for the touchdown. Now let's see how this wind will affect the kick. Henry Thompson on to do the kicking for the Cougars. And this kick is going to come up short. Thompson got under that one too much, popped it up straight in the air, and even with the wind blowing, it did not help his cause to get it across. So Coronado scores first, 6-0, as Michi converts from 6 yards out. .524 left to go in the first quarter. Is your student lost in the world of education? Not really liking school? Achieve Online is a place for them. School for grades 6 through 12, and we strive first to build relationships, which in turn builds academics. We are unique and different from any other school. Flexible online and blended learning for students anywhere in Colorado. Take the next step and enroll today.
My journey to become a school counselor started a long time ago. I want to thank my parents, actually, for having me. I mean, that sounds kind of weird, but my mom always reminds me of that on my birthday, of course. I thank them for setting a foundation for me, for really caring about people. I know they lived their lives as my dad was a teacher. I actually had him as a 9th grade science teacher. My mom was a music teacher. She tried to teach me piano lessons, but I wasn't a really good student. But both their examples and the work that they did in the schools, at church, really set that foundation for me to be just like that. 28 years ago, I started off here in District 11 at Mark Twain Elementary as a 6th grade teacher. Teacher. And that year was pivotal for me to learn how to be an effective teacher. And really what that came down to was finding my heart and speaking from my heart. And I believe I learned a lot of that from Mr. Rogers. If you think about it, Mr. Rogers says, "I like you just the way you are." And all these people in my life liked me just the way I was. I didn't have to pretend. I was just who I am.
So Tim Garland, to me, is an amazing counselor. He understands what it takes to be successful in this business, and he puts his heart and soul in everything that he does. And so I know that anytime Tim meets with a kid, he gets to know them at an exceptionally deep level, and he cares more about those kids than I would have known was possible, honestly. Tim's just an amazing counselor that way.
He has a very complete vision of what school counseling is, and he sees his role to be truly the student support in all facets of whatever that student needs. He spends a lot of time working with the kids on their non-classroom concerns so that they can be successful in the classroom.
He inspires us every day to take a deeper look about how we are working with students and how we are working with students with mental health needs. He makes sure that we, as a school, are looking at bringing in the best resources.
If I care about that one person right now, there's something behind that. And I see this hurt. I see it in their heart. I see it in their eyes. And the light that goes on, the spark that is lit in their eye when I take time to call them by name, to give them a handshake, a smile, to play their favorite music, to go for a walk around the school, to take that time that I'm really caring about them has inspired them to turn their whole thing around.
He epitomizes heart, caring,
just wanting to do right by Doherty High School and by the kids we serve. He's always willing to jump in, be it through our AVID program. We're working with the Coronado Education Initiative on their suicide prevention network, and just the work that he's done to bring suicide to the forefront. I mean, he won't stop. It's going to happen, and that's really what he's done, is he's pushed so hard.
I'm the district counseling chair. It started 6 years ago, and before that time, or at that time, we didn't have leadership in the district office, central office. So I was liaison between the school counselors and the district. Did some professional developments on mental health, on developing why do we do school counseling, and a lot of things of that nature, and really inspiring counselors. Since then, we have leadership. We have Valerie and Corey and others who are leading our way. So I'm the Colorado School Counselor Association Region 12 representative. So I'm representing all the counselors in El Paso and Teller County, and that's quite an honor. One of the new things that happened this year was we have a counseling leadership cohort, and this is super exciting. We have a group of counselors in the district who are meeting together on a monthly basis. Yes, we drink coffee, lots of it, and we need that camaraderie to talk about planning, talk about what we're doing, talk about this profession, and like I said, elevating this profession.
Even though Tim has a huge workload and a lot of things going on and a lot of things on his plate, Tim will kind of forget about that, and he will take the time to work with the student and take the time to make sure that that student feels cared about, to make sure that that student feels heard and listened to.
I could tell you many, many stories of the impact that not only I believe I've had on students, but really their impact is on me. And not only them, but my colleagues. And we have a lot of great counselors in District 11, a lot of super counselors who are really caring from their hearts. They're going out of their way to really go the distance for students, to care for them, to help them with their social and emotional development, their academic future planning, everything. So we do a really good job in District 11 about educating the whole child.
Nestled in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains at the base of Pikes Peak is Colorado Springs, home to 5 military installations, the Olympic Training Center, many thriving colleges, fine arts venues, and School District 11, who created specialized education for gifted learners in the 1950s. At Colorado Springs School District 11, our gifted students become the creators, problem solvers, and innovators of tomorrow. District 11 is the largest school district in Colorado Springs, providing families with many different, personalized gifted options. Given the choice of program options and opportunities that District 11 schools provide, there is a perfect fit for every gifted, talented, and high-achieving learner in the Pikes Peak region. We offer successful, safe, and purposeful learning experiences. We have qualified staff that recognizes exceptionality in academic and talent areas, identifying students as young as kindergarten. K-12 programming includes Gifted Magnet, International Baccalaureate, Montessori, Accelerated and Honors options, a career and technical track, and Junior ROTC, just to name a few. We believe that gifted students need an outlet to express their creativity and to collaborate with other like-minded learners. When gifted students are not satisfied with what they're learning, they lose creativity that could potentially solve problems and change the world. An identified gifted student expressed learning this way.
Gifted classes give students like me who think differently a way to learn that fits our brain.
Gifted has no boundaries in Colorado Springs School District 11. To find out more about all we offer gifted students, visit us at www.d11.org/GT.
You are the Colorado Samsung Sell for Tomorrow winners.
In Colorado, we tend to have a lot of hail, so we thought that that would be a really good thing to help out with the community. Our project is a very cost-efficient way to help protect your car, and you don't have to pay a lot of money for it.
We're using a bunch of Newton's laws: force, gravity, drag. We're determining velocity, wind, water, and a lot of other elements.
The research that we're doing is we've looked at a lot of insurance companies to see how much people are paying to get their cars fixed for having so much hail damage.
The prize money that we are receiving already from Samsung, and hopefully more, will absolutely help the students here at West to replace and to add on to our current technology needs.
Not everybody can be on a computer at once. Sometimes everybody has to share, which isn't always the best, depending on what you have to do on the laptops.
Some of our technology is a little outdated and slower, and definitely in comparison to today's standards.
I have never really been part of something this crazy.
This is actually the second year that we've participated. The contest has been in place for 10 years. We chose to be involved last year. We had about 30 students involved there, and we were state winners. And this year, we decided we wanted to give a different opportunity, so all of the students are different from last year, and we ended up being state winners again 2 years in a row.
Usually whenever you get an opportunity like this, it isn't one that you would get every single time. So I think it's a very fun opportunity that could potentially open up a bunch of gates, somewhat more metaphorically, that could possibly help me and everybody else here in our future.
So these students are students who have chosen to go above and beyond and do something beyond the classroom, and because they really wanted to do something special and unique that would basically help and support their community and their school and add to their experiences here at West Middle School.
What makes Colorado Springs School District 11 the standout choice for excellence in education? Some may say it's a dedicated and talented staff who are devoted to the educational learning of our students. Others may say it's the award-winning learning options available to all students, no matter their grade level. Whether it's online, hybrid, or in-person learning, D11 welcomes all learners to achieve excellence through diversity. Serving the unique needs of all students, we dare to empower our students to profoundly impact our world, and we stand ready to inspire every mind.
And welcome back to Gary Berry Stadium. 26-7 is our score. The Coronado Cougars on top of the Widefield Gladiators. I am Barry Reed. Thank you so much for the tune in here today. Let's recap the scoring as the Cougars are set to receive the second half. Mason Michi opened the scoring on Coronado's first drive, scoring from 6 yards out at 5:24 of the first, and then Rempel hit Ocampo with 56 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and then Gabe Segura answered with a nice 34-yard run for the Gladiators to make it 13-6, and the return out to the 27-yard line. But then a 1-yard touchdown from Sells and a 25-yarder from Woods has us where we are now, 26-7 in favor of the Coronado Cougars. And the wind is still blowing pretty strong, but both teams have been able to pass 1 for 4 for Widefield, and Coronado has hit 3 of their 5 passes for a touchdown. 2 of those 3 completions to Nick Sells. The fullback coming out of the backfield, popping through the line and then dragging across after the Rempel rollout. This is going to be a pitch out to Michi. Finding a cutback seam all the way back across the field. Still on his feet, and he takes a wallop, but not until he's out close to midfield. That's going to be a first down. Flag on the play back at the 30-yard line. Let's see what the call is. Looks like it's going to be holding against the Cougars. So that run of 22 yards is going to the spot at the 35. Mark. Oh. Face mask not holding. One of the hands, one of the Cougar blockers must have gotten a little bit high. So repeat first down, mark the ball back to the 20-yard line. Now it is 1st and 17 for the Cougars. Michi having a little trouble hanging on to it. Starts to his left, takes it back into the right. Gain of 4 on the play. Chiarte with the tackle for the Gladiators. 2nd and 13 now for the Cougars. 2 receivers to the left, I formation backfield. Rempel going to hand it to Michi, and Michi going to run the right side. Pick up a couple. Cross the 25 to the 27. Good job by this Widefield defense of stringing that out. Third and 10. And we're going to have a flag on Widefield. Illegal participation should be the call. Gladiators not able to get the substitutions off the field in time. That penalty makes it 3rd and 5 for the Cougars. Load up the right side of the line, give it to Michi up the middle. And Michi's going to be short of the first down, spotted at the 36. He needed the 37. So 4th and 1 coming up for the Cougars.
Come on, D-line, let's go!
And there is the official mark. 4th and less than a yard for the Cougars. Tight formation in the eye, extra blockers. Trouble on the snap to Rempel. And even if Coronado got it back, it will turn it over to the Glads on downs. So the penalty wiping out the big run by Mason Michi ends up hurting the Cougars as they were unable to respond, and they will turn the ball over to the Gladiators deep in their own end. The ball at the Coronado 35. Two receivers to the right. Segura in the shotgun. Handed off the right-hand side. Nick Sells in on the tackle. It is Ethan Simon with the carry. Picked up 5, did Simon, 2nd and 5. Timeout called by Widefield. 9:52 to go here in the third quarter, just underway in the second half, and the Cougars on top 26-7. Widefield calling a timeout. Looks like somebody got something in their eye. They are being tended to on the Widefield sideline. Oh, fixing a chin strap, snap. Elijah Dean, the junior, gets the adjustment to the headgear. The timeout allows him to stay on for this play. First timeout for Widefield here in the second half. You hate to waste it this early, but you've got a little bit of momentum with the defensive stand. Allen split wide to the right in the formation. Hand it to Hoyt, and Hoyt finds some running room up the middle. He'll be ahead for a first down to the 16-yard line. Pickup of 10 plus for Nathaniel Hoyt. Pro set formation, and here's the handoff and another big hole right up the middle. Rempel has to make the tackle for the Cougars, but Simon is down inside Ethan Simon, the senior, is inside the 10-yard line. First and goal, or check that, 2nd and 2 for Widefield. Timeout called by Coronado before the play gets started. So Widefield able to get some offense going after creating the defensive stop, turning over the Cougars on downs. And there you see the defensive unit for the Cougars. Touchdown here, and there's still plenty of time left. 9:15 to go in the third. Monty Gutowski wanting the Coronado defense to know exactly what their responsibilities are. Scott Edmonds, the defensive coordinator for the Cougars. Give off to Simon off the right-hand side, and Simon is going to be stopped after a short gain, but he will be ahead 3 yards and enough for a Widefield first down. So now first and goal from the 6-yard line for the Gladiators. And the give off to Simon. So now first and goal, as it was 3rd and inches. .8:18 and counting. Segura fighting the play clock. He'll keep it and roll out to this side, aiming for the corner. And diving into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown. Gabriel Segura, the sophomore quarterback for the Glads. Little bit shorter route this time as he scores from 5. But it draws the Gladiators that much closer. And this kick is low, might have been partially blocked. So 26-13 is the lead for the Cougars. And a good job by Segura and that Widefield offense showing some signs of life to open the second half. So Widefield with the wind at the back here in the third quarter for the next 8 minutes and 6 seconds. Coronado facing this stiff breeze that's been blowing since well before kickoff. Bright sunshiny day, but the wind is making it chilly. The fans in the stands, the few that are here socially distanced, are bundled up, most wearing hats. Now the low scribbing kick snagged by Jordan Rempel. And Rempel advances it out to the 32-yard line. That is where Rempel will get the offense started for the Cougars. So the Cougars were up 13-0. Segura scored the first touchdown for Widefield, and then the Cougars answered with back-to-back touchdowns. Let's see what they can do again going into this win. Rempel rolling out, in trouble, dancing around, but he is going to get dropped for the loss. With the tackle, 47, but I don't see a 47 on the roster. Loss of 3 on the play, 2nd and 13. Pitch it to Michi, coming to the left side, near side. And Michi gets just a couple. Actually gets just one to the 35-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 12 for the Cougars. As all of a sudden this Widefield defense has gotten into deny mode. Five-man front for Widefield. Hand it to Michi. Michi puts it on the ground, picks it up, and he will be lucky to get back to the 35-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 12 for the Cougars. Punt formation for the Cougars. Derek Allen stands just inside his 30-yard line. This kick into the wind is going to hit and skip out of bounds about the 32-yard line. We have seen Widefield and Coronado punt into this wind, and both kickers have gotten good kicks off. Widefield will start. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line, trailing by 13, 26-13, but with the momentum, that is 2 stops for the defense for Widefield. Segura in the shotgun, handed off up the middle, and it will be a short gain. Gain of 1, going to bring up 2nd and 9. Ethan Simon with the carry. Pass out here, skips in, incomplete. Pass intended for Allen. And Segura back over the middle, and Nathaniel Hoyt with the first down catch takes a shot from Jaden Rempel about the 45-yard line, but it'll be enough for a first down. First and 10, give it up the middle, short gain on the play. Gonna be second and 10. Call it a gain of 1. Segura rolling out on second and 9 now, chased by Yanni. And Sells will give him a push out of bounds right in front of the Widefield bench. Gain of a yard by Segura. It's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Glads. Segura back and looking down for Allen. Pass is going to be overthrown and incomplete. 4th and 8 for the Gladiators. High snap to Nathaniel Hoyt, but Hoyt gets the kick away. And it will take a lot of a wide field bounce. And it'll be covered inside the 5-yard line. Down to the 4, and that is where Coronado will start. 4:33 left to go in the 3rd quarter. And Coronado moving in from deep in their own end into this strong headwind. No gain of 1 on the first carry. Give it to Sells. Gain is going to, Sells is ahead for a gain of 3. So a big 3rd and 7 now here for the Cougars. And a jump by Widefield. It's going to make this a 3rd and shorter for the Cougars. Going to make this 3rd and 7, the 3rd and 2. And we just got a correction from the Widefield parents down below us. Number 48 is not Ethan Simon, it is Braden DeMatos Burrows. Handed off to Michi off the right-hand side. He's out across the 15 to the 18. And that will move the chains. And Nick Sells hits the hole quick. He's out to the 27-yard line. Gain of 9, 2nd and 1. And give it to Michi coming this way, and Michi will be tripped up. And that is DeMatos Burrows with the tackle. Third and 2 now coming up for the Cougars. 2 receivers spreading the formation, give it to Sells. Sells bounces off and with second effort gets across the 30. That'll be enough for a first down. So the Cougars moving the chains here, coming out of their own end zone. 2:08 on the clock. They will get the wind at their back in that point. They lead 26-13. Double tight end I formation for the Cougars. Rempel rolls out to throw, and this one's intercepted and it's going to be taken to the house. Rempel trying to lob it up and over, but the interception is made. So a defensive touchdown by Widefield makes it 26-19, pulling them within 7 points pending the extra point. So this Widefield defense, whatever adjustments they made at half, this one comes right in, having to pick it up and roll out, and shy of the goal line on the conversion. So the conversion fails. The score remains 26-19. Low snap could not be handled. And so with 1:44 left to go in the third quarter, the pick six by Widefield pulls them within a touchdown, as the Widefield defense has been the dominant force here in the second half.
Look like y'all might know what you're doing. Okay? All-time holder, baby. Let's go.
And this short kick by Widefield, finally fielded after some confusion for Coronado at the 26. Chris Walters, the senior, gets on the ball. So Coronado with their lead cut to just 7 now, back on the field. Tight end to the right, give it to Nick Sells up the middle. Sells is ahead for about gain of 7 yards. Coronado going up tempo, immediately back to the line. Two receivers to the right. Hand it to Michi off the right-hand side. And Michi is going to be dropped at the 35-yard line, just shy of the first down. Third and short for the Cougars here. Inside of a minute, 53 seconds left here in the third quarter. Cougars now cling to just a 7-point lead. And with second effort and a push of the pile, Coronado ahead for the first down. And Sells a little bit slow to get up. Ball spotted at the 38, first and 10 for the Cougars. Garcia and Cardenas, the guard and tackle on that side, propelling the first down. Mason Michi straight up the middle, but Michi is going to get dropped for a short gain. And that is the end of the third quarter, with the score 26-19 in favor of the Cougars. 2 touchdowns for Widefield in the quarter, and we have got a ball game heading into the final 12 minutes.
The COVID era has provided many challenges for traditional education. However, challenges provide an opportunity for our students, families, staff, and community members to grow and strengthen our district. Be part of a community conversation on November 19th on the district's Facebook page as we present Beyond the Mask, a trust building and listening tour. On November 19th from Coronado High School, listen to panelists, answer questions covering the topic moving the district forward during the pandemic. Please visit www.d11.org to see a list of all events, times, and to complete a questionnaire form before each event. We hope you will join us.
What makes Colorado Springs School District 11 the standout choice for excellence in education? Some may say it's the dedicated and talented staff who are devoted to the educational learning of our students. Others may say it's the award-winning learning options available to all students, no matter their grade level. Whether it's online, hybrid, or in-person learning, D11 welcomes all learners to achieve excellence through diversity. Serving the unique needs of all students, we dare to empower our students to profoundly impact our world, and we stand ready to inspire every mind.
Back for the start of the fourth quarter at Gary Berry Stadium. And the Gladiators faithful below us are making some noise as they sense their first win of the year. Michi takes it around the left-hand side. He'll be ahead for a short gain of a couple. It will be 3rd and 6 for the Cougars here. But the adjustments made by the defensive coordinator for Widefield, his unit has been dominant here in the second half of play. Rimple hands off to Michi, and Michi stretches ahead. Spot is going to be important, and it's going to be 4th down just across the 47. They need the 48, so 4th and inches here for the Cougars. Just underway in the fourth quarter on a bright, sunny, but windy and chilly November day. Cougars going to be forced to take a timeout as they didn't like the Widefield set on this 4th and short. See if they change their mind after the timeout and punt the ball away. Coronado has been in this situation twice this year, first against the Terrors. They had a 2-touchdown lead with 10 minutes to go, ended up losing that game by 2. And then a couple weeks later against Cheyenne Mountain, again, they had a 12-point lead, ended up hanging on to that one as the Indians mounted their comeback. Coronado was able to get back on the scoreboard and continue on to win that game. So we'll see how this one plays out. Another game where they've had a double-digit lead late. And the give to Nick Sells breaks through the initial wall, and he'll run an extra couple of yards to that. Gain of 8 and a first down to the 44-yard line of the Widefield Gladiators. Widefield and Coronado been playing ball against each other since 1970 when the Cougars came into existence. Double tight end formation, pitch it to Michi around the near side. Slips a block in the back, or slips a tackle in the backfield, and down to the 40, a gain of 4. We've got a Gladiator making his way off, limping a little bit, and another Gladiator down on the ground. It was Jared Adams, the senior, number 10, who was limping off and made it to the sideline. Can't see a number on the Gladiator, who is down at the 40-yard line. The injured Widefield player still getting attended to down at the 40. Cougars huddled up around Monty Gutowski on the far side. 10:04 left to go, just a 7-point game. This game was 26-7 at the end of the first half, but back-to-back touchdowns. Segura with a 5-yard run to close out a drive, and then the pick 6. Making the score 26-19. And getting help as he's getting back to the sideline. That is Dallin Booker, a junior for the Glads. Getting a seat on the bench, continued to get looked at. So 2nd and 6 now for the Cougars. Give off in the middle and bouncing it outside is Nick Sells. Trying to strip the ball out. They finally blow the whistle. Sells inside the 40, going to be shy of the first down. They'll spot him at the 37. It will be 3rd and 3 for the Cougars. Third and 3, trying to protect this lead. Michi around the left-hand side finds a cutback seam. He'll be ahead for the first down and more. Down to the 30-yard line. Pickup of 4 on the play. 1st and 10, chance to run a little more clock, protecting this lead. Henry Thompson has missed 2 extra points for the Cougars here today. Otherwise, the lead would be 9. So with the wind at his back, I don't know what the Cougars would think of in a field goal attempt. This is Austin Michi down to the 25-yard line. Gain of 5, be 2nd and 5. Tackle there by Walker Matthews, a sophomore. Again, this Widefield team very young, playing for head coach Shane Zimmerman in his 2nd year. Rempel handed off to Michi. Michi's going to cut back to the right side and down the sidelines, finally get bumped out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Flag is on the play. Block in the back on the Cougars will negate the first down run by Mason Michi. Move the ball back to the 33-yard line. Now it is 2nd and 13 for the Cougars. 8:06 left to go here in the 4th quarter. And Ross Woods with the carry down to the 26-yard line. Pickup of 7 on the play. Make it 3rd and 6 for the Cougars here. Clock running, 7:40 and counting.
Hey, watch the far side!
Rempel in trouble, and he will be sacked. Nicholas Reinhardt with the tackle, the big senior defensive tackle. That's going to bring up 4th and 11. 7 minutes to go, and this Widefield defense again denying Coronado here in the 2nd half. Coronado offense on the field for this 4th and 11. Rempel rolling out, throws back across. It's complete, but this is going to be shy of the first down by about 5 yards. Chris Walters with the catch. But the Gladiators hold, and they will take over at the 23-yard line, 1st and 10, going into this win with 6.5 minutes left to go. Plenty of time for Widefield with 6.5 minutes. 2 in the backfield. Segura gives it straight up the middle. Up to the 25, short gain of just 2. That is DeMatos Burrows, the sophomore, with the carry. Segura back, and he is in trouble. He is going to go down. See where they spot forward motion. Nick Sells coming from his linebacker spot to make the tackle at the 20-yard line. It's a loss of 3 and bring up 3rd and 13. Garcia in the backfield, shotgun with Burrows in the pistol. Throw it down the seam, incomplete. Woods in coverage was actually making a play on the ball, when he got run into by Nathaniel Hoyt. So 4th and 13 now. And Shane Zimmerman wanting an explanation why they did not get a pass interference on that. But Woods was making a play on the ball when Hoyt got run into. So now Hoyt stands inside of his 10 to get the punt away. And delay of game on Widefield will back them up 5. So now Nathaniel Hoyt will stand back inside of his 5. And Ross Wood stands inside the 45 of Widefield. Low line drive kick, fumbled by Woods, muffed. And he's able to get back on top of it before the pressure comes from Widefield. Coronado ball, their own 49-yard line, 5:18 on the clock, nursing a 7-point lead. Coronado trying to improve to 3-3 on the year. Widefield trying to get their first win in an 0-3 campaign. Now Rempel in the shotgun, Michi in the backfield, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Give it off to Michi. Michi spinning his way, staying on his feet, breaking away and getting all the way down to the 36-yard line. That is a run of 15 for Mason Michi. First down, Cougars. Clock continues to run. 5:09, 5:08, 5:07 and counting. Coronado trying to burn a little clock here. Take as much time as they can. Give it to Ross Woods, and Woods is going to get stood up at the line of scrimmage. Right into the teeth of that defense. Demetrius Brown with the tackle for the Glads. 2nd and 10. 4:16, 4:15 on the clock. And Rempel with the read option gets ahead down to the 30-yard line. Pick up 7 on the play. It will be 3rd and 3. Two timeouts still in the pocket of Shane Zimmerman for the Widefield Gladiators. Trailing by 7. See when he chooses to use those with 3:44 and counting. Cougars get this first down. They'll probably be forced to use one, and if they don't get it, Nick Sells gets the first down and more, bouncing it out to the left. And he'll rumble his way down close to the 15-yard line. So Sells with a gain of 15. And the clock continues to run, 3:20. New set of downs for the Cougars. Chance to run some more of this clock. Coach Zimmerman counting on his defense, it looks like, saving the timeouts for the offense. Mason Michi off the right-hand side. He'll be tripped up.
Watch your clock, Coach!
Isaiah Martinez, the sophomore, making the tackle for the Gladiators. The last pass that Jaden Rempel threw was a pick six that brought the score to 26-19. So Coronado keeping it on the ground here. Sells and Michi. Run pressure coming. Michi up the middle, finds a little bit of a hole. He'll snake his way inside or close to the 10. He'll be spotted at the 11. Now timeout called. Taken by Widefield. That is their second. 2:11 on the clock. Still trailing just by 7, but Coronado threatening with the ball at the 11 and a 3rd and 5 coming up. So the Gladiators need a quick stop or a turnover. Coronado needs to protect the ball at all costs and churn ahead for a field goal or a touchdown. Ball spotted at the 11. They would be looking at an 18-yard kick. And Henry Thompson has already missed an extra point going in this direction with the wind at his back. Wind has shifted a little more westerly to easterly, so it would be a crosswind at this juncture from the looks of it. Now the wind blowing back from the north to south. .211 on the clock, and if you're the Cougars, you might want to make this 4-down territory because you can eat up another 30 or 45 seconds on this clock. And even if you don't get the first down, you have pinned Widefield back in a 95-yard hole. Rempel rolling out, and he will be dropped. Jordan Rempel dropped by Burrows. The loss puts the ball all the way back at the 15, now 4th and 10. Coronado with the timeout. Each team now with just one timeout. 2:05 on the clock, and Coronado facing a 4th and 10. Thompson lining up the field goal from the far hash. The spot is the 22-yard line. So it will be a 32-yard field goal attempt for Henry Thompson.
Two 6'3" players and they're playing off the line. You tell me. It just makes no sense to me.
Snap is good. Thompson's kick is wide left and no good. So the 2 minutes left to play, and Widefield will take over at the 20-yard line after the missed field goal by Henry Thompson and the Cougars. And with that miss, Coronado has given Widefield at least 5 yards worth of greenery back. Now Segura in the shotgun and running the reverse to this side. And a good carry out for a gain of about 7 yards. That is Derek Allen, the second time they've run that reverse with Allen today, and Allen's picked up good yardage on both occasions. The last timeout was charged to Widefield, not Coronado, so they are out of timeouts. 1:51 on the clock. And they are 73 yards from a potential tie. Segura throwing it out into the flat. And this is incomplete to Deal, Joshua Deal, the intended receiver. So now it's 3rd and 3. Deal gets up, maybe cramping a little bit. Four-man front for the Cougars. Deal comes to the near side of the field. Two receivers split to the right. Segura back in pressure, and they're throwing for Deal again. Good coverage out there by Walters. Incomplete, and that is going to bring up 4th and 4 for the Gladiators. Clock stops, 1:42 on the clock. So this could be 4th in the ball game for the Gladiators. Segura in trouble, just has to get rid of it as he had Nick Sells in his back pocket. The pass goes incomplete. And the Widefield Gladiators will turn it over on downs, put the defense back on the field. 1:37 on the clock. Gladiators gained 6 yards on that possession using 23 seconds of clock. They have no timeouts left. A minute 37. Coronado can snap the ball 3 times and run the clock inside of 20 seconds. They take over at the 27. Got to hang on to the ball. Victory formation for Rempel. And 2nd and 10 after the kneel down. Clock running 1:16. They'll be able to run it down to right at 61 seconds before they have to snap it again. And the kneel down again by Rempel with 1 minute left. They'll be able to take it down to just about 20 seconds before they snap this 3rd down play. And Rempel with 53 seconds. Or check that, with 33 seconds. Takes the knee on 3rd down, and the celebration on the Cougar sideline is underway as we are under 20 seconds. Hard-fought victory for the Cougars. They improved to 3-3 on the year. Hard-fought loss for the Gladiators. The defense really stepped up, including a pick 6 in the second half to make this game close. They trailed 26-7, and the defense brought it to 26-19, but they could not do anything in the 4th quarter, and they will drop to 0-4 on the season. But some good things in the second half of this one, and the Cougars will await their Week 7 opponent next week, but they will finish the regular season part of the COVID-19 season at 3-3. I am Barry Reed. We hope you enjoyed this coverage of high school football here for the Colorado Springs area and District 11 on the Coronado YouTube channel. Have a great afternoon, everybody, and please stay healthy.